everybody. I am back today. Happy Sunday. Happy rainy Sunday. Hope you made church. We had a good time in church. Reverend Jackie Pease. Awesome. Awesome. So I'm going to post that later. And then we got a chance to go see the new church. Out of this world. They did it up. I'm going to post that later too. So this is an easy recipe. Let me turn this down. Wait. Okay. So it's an easy recipe. A lot of people do a lot of different things. Here I have green, red, yellow peppers. I have a few of my homegrown beefsteak tomatoes. I have celery and chopped up garlic that I'm going to put into the pot to saute first, okay? So I'm going to turn you this way. Oh, yeah, and this is my new tripod. It stands just about as tall as I am, so you can see everything, okay? So let's get started. Let me do this right. Yeah, look at that. Huh? Okay, so I'm going to put the veggies in and the garlic. The celery gives any type of sauce a really good taste. So we're going to start off sauteing, and I'm going to turn my heat up a little bit. I'm going to take this stuff off and wash off my chopping board. Wipe that off real good there. And so we're going to be doing the chili. I have some jasmine rice going, and I'm going to make some homemade cornbread. So we want this to caramelize. We want, oh, you know what I forgot? Hold up, the onion. I forgot my onion. All right, I'm going to chop this onion up real quick. Forgot all about that one. Can't do it without the onion now, can we? So I'm just going to quickly dice up this onion and put it in. Get it in there and stuff. Yep. How did I forget the onion? Can't be doing that. And I like my little knife I'm using too. So don't talk about me. I like my knife. So we're going to cube it in chunkies like so. Turn it over. Yes, sir. Got the onion. Could be worse. Hey, Nan. I forgot to chop my onions up, so I got to do my onions right quick and get it in there. Yep. And I'm going to use this whole onion. So if you see how I'm doing this onion, I'll put it in, in blocks like crisscross. Any which way, and then just slice it on down. You can make yours to your liking. Some people don't like crunchy. I'm alright with it. But it's going to saute and make it soft, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, here we go. How did I forget the onion? Right? And I'm going to use every bit of it. You're just dicing them up, putting it in here. There we go. Now we cooking with gas. Let that just saute. Turn it back around so you can see it. And I'm using my new tripod now. It's just as tall as I am. So you can see everything. So much better. Okay, I'm going to close up this chopping block now. Put a little more in there. And then, after this, we'll put our meat in. I'm going to season the meat with everything that I'm using. And then I'll season the sauce too as we go. I'm going to clean this board off real good. You know I'm all saying, make sure you clean as you go. So we're going to let this saute. And I don't want it like too soft, because it's still going to cook in the sauce, right? So we don't want to get it too soft, but we want it to get the caramelizing and let it turn a little. Well, you can always make, no, this smells good. Right, so while I'm in here with that, I'm going to take some thyme. I got my own thyme in my garden too, y'all. Told you, right? Did I show it to you? Maybe another sprig. Eh, maybe another one. And let that go in there. That's going to bring out a good fragrance. That right there. It's going to really bring out a good aroma. And stem included. Remember, don't throw your stems away. You can always use them, especially for things like this when you're sauteing. Keep your stems because it still has a lot of flavor in there. So you want to keep that. Okay, I'm going to turn it up just a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to take you over so you can see some of these ingredients, okay? Let's see. Okay, so, of course, onion powder. And I chopped up garlic that's in there, but we're still going to use a little of that. We're going to use pepper flakes. We're going to use complete seasoning. Now, you can use seasoned salt, slap your mama. But on this one, I'm going to use this. We're going to use fresh oregano, homegrown oregano. And where is my... I thought I pulled out my whatchamacallit. We're going to use some cumin, chili powder, black pepper, allspice, bay leaves, okay? And I have this pack. I'm going to use a little bit of this, and I'm going to make my own chicken broth, because we're going to use chicken broth. So I'm going to take my powdered bouillon and boil hot water, and I'm going to make a chicken broth, because that needs to go in there too, okay? So we'll get to that. But I need my cloves. I need a clove, so let me get my cloves. Okay. And I told you guys the secret about putting the 2 cloves in your sauce, right? So let's just take 2 out. It gives it the best taste. It's so different. This and the allspice bring any sauce to life. I'm just going to use 2. And put that over there. And let's concentrate on here, the sauteing, right? And it smells real good. That thyme just knocked it right out. Yeah, that smells right. Okay, and then I'm going to put the meat in here, and we're going to season everything in this pot. And that's how that's supposed to look. See how nice and colorful it is? You want some color in your chili too, so. There's 1,000 recipes out there, and I'm sure you can't go wrong, any one you choose to make. But remember, if you see a recipe online, I told you how to make it your recipe, right? Add your own touches to it. Take something of theirs out and substitute it with a few things of yours. Make that recipe your own. That's why I always say play with your seasons, okay? Okay. So remember I said we're not going to overdo this because the meat's going to go in here, it's going to cook, and then it's going to go in the sauce. So let's do the meat. Your ground beef, you want it hot. You want it lean as possible. Don't get anything under 80 because it's mostly just water. You know? You ever notice that? If you buy like 79% lean, you got nothing but water. So, and I have my heaters on medium, and I usually just chop it up in here. Help it break it up a little more. Just chop it up in here. And watch your fire just the same. And then put the rest in. And here's the rest of it. Right? Okay, we're going to season this now, okay? I do not measure, but you know how much of what you want in yours, right? So that's what you want to do, okay? And I'm going to put some gloves on because I am wearing a cheap polish. And you know what happens when the steam hits your cheap polish, right? Uh-huh. That's right. You know what happens. Okay. Alright, so now let's start seasoning, okay? So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to start with my complete seasoning. You season to your desire, okay? And we kind of know how much of what to put in here. I don't like this top, so I'm going to take the top off. Only do this if you know about it. If you don't know about it, don't do it. Okay, that's the complete seasoning. We're going to put, you don't have to have fresh oregano. You can use the other oregano, okay? I'm just going to crumble some of this in here. I'm going to crumble a little more. You can also, you don't have to do that. And we're going to do some garlic powder. And it's all powders, okay? Even though I have garlic in there, even though I have onion in here, we're still going to put some in there. Right? We're going to put some basil. You can be heavy-handed with your basil, your herbs, okay? We're going to put the cumin in. Be careful with this. If you don't know nothing about it, be careful. Don't overdo it because it won't taste right. And that's about, I'm going to say, like, when I count my pores, that's about a teaspoon, okay? A half a teaspoon. And we're going to put some black pepper in here. And as you see, we're going to be able to turn this meat in a minute. Okay? Here's your chili powder. I'm not going to go heavy-handed with this because I'm going to use a packet, okay? Because the packet have extra seasonings in here, okay? And of course, the parsley. So now remember, you're going to put more seasoning in here after this, so. Alright, so we're going to incorporate all this in now, right? Can you see that? Yeah, good. Okay. And you can smell it already. Right? Get it all mixed up in there. Right? And I'm just being sloppy. Okay. Chop it up. But you're going to have to do that eventually, right? And you see my thyme stems are still in there, and I'm chopping that right along with the meat. Push everything back down in here. This is about the simplest recipe, I think. And you're just going to let it cook a good while so everything can be incorporated, but it's about the simplest thing to make, really. You know what you're putting in there. It don't take you forever to do this. But you see how I'm chopping that meat up? And incorporating it in with the vegetables. Because it still has to go through another process, remember? So be careful with your seasonings. Because you're going to put your sauce and stuff. But I'm going to drain the grease off of this. Once it's, fully cooked, I'm going to drain the grease off. So stay on there. Chop it up good, okay? Because you don't want them old clunks. Hey, Sharon, you don't want them clunks of meat, so chop it up real good. I thought I had some black beans, a can of black beans. I was going to add the black beans with the kidney beans. I don't know whatever happened. I don't remember using them. But that would have been nice to put that in here too. Okay. So let me just let that sit for a minute. I'm going to turn that up a little bit and start this rice again. Okay, now some people use crushed tomatoes. I am using whole